Guys, how are you? Okay, so today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing Pablo Picasso portraits. We've done it in class, and some of you guys have been pretty successful at it. Some of you guys are still a little bit challenged, and that's okay, because it's all about practicing. But let's recap and take a look at some of these pieces of work. So what we noticed, and we made the comparison, that the works of Pablo Picasso are very similar to Peppa Pig in that you see the profile like this, but the two eyes are directly in the front. I'm going to show you an example of that. So we can see that the nose is on the side, and then the two eyes, and they're not always aligned in terms of, like if you look at my eyes and we're doing a portrait, they're aligned, right? And they're symmetrical. So this is not always the case here. The hair is pretty simple here. Let's go take another look. And this one is looking side, but like the side is going this way, the opposite direction of what it should be, because it should be going outwards. And then that one is looking kind of regular. This one is a little different. This one has has blocks of paint that are in different colors, but the nose is still on the side. So that's kind of like, this looks like two people who are hugging. It looks like a man and a woman. So it's combined into one image, and maybe it is two people. I'm gonna go ahead and look and show you this one. Definitely two people, right? So we have two profiles, and they look like two people, right? So you can go different routes. Remember, when we're painting, it's gonna look pretty interesting. I actually love this one. This one has the two sides, and then it has like a bun. So you can get creative when it comes to the hair. And just remember that when you're painting, you can also be creative and just use different colors. You don't have to just specifically stick to the skin colors. You can use a combination of skin color with some blues or any colors and yellows, and that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and tackle that side profile, and I hope that it is helpful for you. Let's go ahead and look. All right, so I have my white piece of paper, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go half. And when you're doing this, by the way, use a pencil because you're gonna watercolor paint this later on. And then I'm going down, which is the nose, and I'm going pretty in. Like normally I wouldn't go that deep as far as the nose, but I am. And then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to, instead of doing the lips, which should normally be like this, I'm gonna do the lips like if they're in the front. So that makes it different. And for mine is smiling, and then the chin is still going to the side, right? And so then I have one eye that's going to be looking this way. So this eye kind of should be looking, I don't know if you see that. It's going to the side. The pupil, let's see if we can see. The pupil, the iris is going there. And then this one is going to be going face forward. And I kind of messed up in that I'm going sort of, I'm not showing the whole thing. I should have been covering the whole thing. And then this one is going to go face forward. And I'm going to do some eyelashes going this way, and these eyelashes going this way. Eyebrows, right? People have eyebrows. So it looks kind of strange so far. And then I'm going to go over there, the neck. And I would love to do that bun, but I'm going to actually go a different route. So because we can go different ways. And I'm going to do it like this person has hairline, the ear, and I personally want some earrings. So I'm just hoping that you can see all of that. And then I'm going to go and then it's going to look kind of sort of the same, and I'm going to do the bun over here. Okay. So for me, it's not that complicated, this one. It looks pretty simple. Let's see if you can see what I did. That's pretty much it. And that kind of how I can paint it then can go the Pablo Picasso way. Let's go tackle something a little bit more kind of on the side. What we saw before was like the side profile and the front profile pretty directly, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, with this one, I'm gonna start, let me see if you can see it. I'm gonna start with an oval. And since this is a portrait, obviously when you do it, guys, by the way, do it with half a piece of paper because, or you can practice on a full paper, but this is eventually going to be glued to your other paper, so it should be half. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and curve and do the profile, right? And I'm going to go continue, and then I'm going to go do I'm skipping the lips because I think I'm going to put the lips like this. And then I'm going to go do the neck, the chin, and kind of, it could have gone all the way down. And then for this one, I'm going to do the eye with the eyelid, right? The eyelid, the iris. Eyelashes going this way. Eyelashes going there. And then I have an eyebrow. Right? And then I will do, I'll think of what I could do with the hair. I have my ear over here for this person. Now for this one, I'm going to make the eye lower. So it's not showing like it's completely balanced in terms of like being symmetrical in terms of, and this eye is going frontward, right? Remember, sad, sad, happy, happy. Eyelashes, right? And my ear is going to be, this one is a little low, so I'm going to make my ear a little bit higher over here. And they don't have to be the same length, right? So right there, it looks like there are two faces with one. And now we need to do some hair. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and do wavy. I don't have to do wavy. I could do anything. And I'm going to actually make the person wear a hat. Kind of like a Moroccan hat. How about that? You know, the little Moroccan hat? And I'll put a moon, a star, and then here I'll just put the hair also going down, kind of hugging the face a little bit maybe. And oops, I forgot the eyebrow for this one, which I shouldn't, right? And so then now I have a Pablo Picasso thing. Do you see that? So it looks sort of not symmetrical. You can go different routes. So the other thing is, I know that we may like things like, what is this thing called? Anime, right? We don't want to do anime eyes, right? We're not mixing it up to that point. The eyes that he uses, they're for the most part, they look semi-realistic, very simple. So let's go ahead and recap, see how that one is, right? If we go this way, again, he didn't really paint it, but they look like regular eyes. This one, these eyes look a little different, right? The eyelashes even doesn't look natural. And let's see if we see another one. This one also. So he also does this technique where he makes the eyes, let me go show you on the side of this. He makes the eyes have sort of a circle and then sort of look like a fanning out of eyelashes, right? That's what he does sometimes. So you can do that as well. In some cases, the eyebrows are like hairy, like this one, right? And in some cases, they're thin. So it could also be the style of the time that could be doing that. And it's just important that when we are doing these drawings that we try, and also for the sake, we fold the paper in half, right? Fold the paper in half. I'm going to go ahead and just say that the portrait should not be too big. Reason being, again, because we're going to glue it and stick it to the other thing, so we don't want it to be too big. That's about it for now. Do not paint it. Make sure that you use pencil so that if you use if you happen to use a color marker, what's going to end up happening is that it's going to bleed into the watercolor, and you don't want to do that, right? So you want to use a pencil. That's it. Have a good one. Bye.